Alright then folks, and welcome back to Malmo, the first part really of the Champions League adventure. Today is Kiev, but we've got a little bit of news to wrap up on, the first of which being an actual defeat. We managed to beat Karlstad, as you might expect, a non-league side in the Svenska Cupen second round, by 4-0 before crashing to a 3-1 deficit. Odd way of saying a defeat. At home as well to Norrköping. Really changed by Milosevic's stupid sending off. We've been more than a match for them. They just scored goals at bad times. So as you can see, they scored 2 late goals, including a penalty. So you know, we still did create chances, we just didn't put them away. You can see there the players that we brought on had pretty poor games, none more so than Milosevic. Obviously fined 2 weeks' wages for a straight dismissal. But anyway, the Champions League is what awaits us today. We're going to try and cover 3 games. Dynamo Kiev, Real Madrid and Dortmund all to come in this episode, so we better get cracking. I'll see you pitch side with the team for the first lineup against Dynamo Kiev. So there's the teams then for you. Vinheim is the only player that comes in really, replacing Lopez. I'll explain why. I should have probably said beforehand. We've actually sold Lopez. He wanted to leave, so he's gone. We hardly made any money, but we bought in on a free Ryan Fredericks, who you'll probably know, obviously plays for West Ham in the real life. Picked him up on a free, came on as a substitute in that defeat to Norrköping, so hasn't got a great rating, but you know, I mean, physically he's excellent, an explosive fullback, so picking him up on a free, that's good business for us. As I say, sadly, Lopez going out for £8 million. We made a very small profit on him, 7.5. He wanted to go to Gladbach to play in Germany. Fair enough, you know, why sign a contract with us? Probably should have held him to it. Anyway, so there we go. Gomez, Strandberg and Hurler are the front 3 with Grujic and Mangala behind. So we need to get back to winning ways today, and it's important that it's Champions League football as well. We've proven over the years that home form is vital. Anyway, I better stop rabbiting on, because we've got obviously 3 games to try and put away. Oh, good. Sky blue against white. This. I mean, if you squint, it just looks like it's everyone's just turned up in whatever they want. 12 minutes in, then Mangala collects us back for us. Vinheim gets into the penalty area, crosses. Strandberg, well, was fouled, I think, but apparently gave away a free kick. So that bodes well, doesn't it? And Kiev will come, but don't get anywhere with this one. Gökhan Gül plays it to Grujic, right side to Vinheim, and back in the middle to Grujic, who just about gets there. Benaku's in. Dykes picked up a knock in the game against Norrköping, so that didn't go well. This time it is a penalty, and we do get a chance to take an early lead here on the 14th minute. Jay Gomez sends the goalkeeper the wrong way and puts us top of the group. That'll do. Let's call it there. We've won the group. We'll go straight through. We won a group containing Madrid and Dortmund. Let's crack on. Corner ball now, just before the half-hour mark. Strandberg can't win it, but Mangala collects on the edge of the penalty. Stands it up towards Grujic, who heads home. The 2 midfielders combining nicely. And Marco Grujic, a revelation since its arrival. You can see there, Dortmund must be beating Real, because that's how points work. You get 3 for a win in this competition. So, yeah, lovely reverse pass that. Well, can you reverse across? It sort of put it back over his own shoulder, and Grujic mopped up. And just a few minutes later then, a throw-in works nicely for Kiev, and they work it to the edge of the penalty, but Lars Nielsen plays it off another man, and it ends up being another Kiev attack by the look of it, or sustained attack, sustained pressure at the moment from Kiev. Their first real chance or moments of the game, but Gökhan Gül manages to lose the ball. It's difficult when the shirts are exactly the same, but for a slight hint of blue. But Gökhan Gül picks his man there. He was quite certain he got the right one. Lucas Hurler, Jay Gomez, look at the way we moved the ball. Carlos Strandberg straight at Boyko and out for a corner. Nothing will come of this. We'll skip this. So we get the second half underway. 2-0. It stayed. We told the boys not to show any complacency whatsoever and get through this one with a win. 3 points at this early stage is a good marker, if we can hold on to it. Dynamo Kiev are stronger than ourselves, far more pedigree. Benaku wins that nicely, and Lucas Hurler will come forward. Looks to try and get a strike partner, one of his partners in, but can't quite. It falls to Jay Gomez, who reeks the daisy cutter Low and hard, but just wide of the far right post. Corner ball then, just after the hour mark. It's headed away. Mangala getting there, just about. Venheim crosses in. Strandberg just wide of the post. We could be more comfortable. We could be out of sight. It remains 2-0. We're going to make changes. We've got a bit of tiredness creeping in. We're going to bring on Ryan Gould. We haven't really got a replacement for left back, given that Benaku or Eggsy is the left back backup. So we have to stick with Bins, and hopefully he won't crumble for us. Mangala, Vinheim, Zé Gomez looking to put it to the edge of the area with Mangala. Doesn't quite. Goal collects though. Lucas Hurler. A little bit overplaying there, but we managed to bring it back with Nielsen. Strandberg collects. Didn't release the ball nicely at all, or in any way. And here come Dynamo Kiev. We win that nicely with Goul, but it's coming again, and it's straight at Dragowski, fortunately. But it falls against us yet again. The rebounds are not being kind for us at the moment. And it's crossed in and cleared just about. We survived that moment. I'm going to get Jezza on, I think, for Strandberg. I'm also going to bring on Pettersson for Mangala. So we've completely changed the midfield. The central area of attack has changed significantly for this game. Well, seconds to play, and Kiev couldn't create anything of note, anything of seriousness at all in the remainder of that game, and we managed to win by 2-0. An utterly convincing, authoritative performance, a really good win, and that sees us take 3 vital points and a big step towards hopefully qualifying and certainly finishing third at least from this Champions League group. You can see Dortmund there beating Real Madrid by 3-0. Crazy scenes, and it's going to be the Real Madrid side that we actually face next, so we'll see if we can manage to pile the misery on for Real. That'll be the next game. We'll see you for the lineup with that one in just a second. And so here we go, Game 2, Real Madrid. Since the 2-0 victory over Kiev, we've had 3 league games, Allsvenskans. We've won the title, obviously. We've beaten Augsburg, Haken and AIK. We scored quite a few goals in each game. We started to concede a little bit. That's just because I think the defence hasn't been quite as good as it might normally be. Benaku was dismissed there for a stupid challenge, so he was similarly fine to Milosevic, but let's crack on. No real injuries. Darlene's injured, but he's not a first-team player. Obviously, Fredericks can't play. He's unregistered for this competition, the way the stupid registration rules work versus the transfer rules in Sweden. But there we go. I'll get to the game and we'll read you out the old team sheet. Well, not all of it, but we'll pick out the players. I'll see you in a second. Here we go then. At the Bernabeu, Real Madrid, Ronaldo, Bale, Pogba, Kroos, James, Isco. Oh wait, that's not my team. Zé Gomez, Strandberg, equally as big players. These Hurler, Grich and Mangala in the middle. And in fact, Real Madrid actually haven't signed anyone except maybe this guy, Kalidou Koulibaly. Other than that, they're pretty much the same team that they always had. Interestingly, the fridge is there. Yeah, otherwise it's just bog standard Real Madrid. How many goals will Ronaldo score today? That's the real question, isn't it? Let's tell the boys good luck out there that we are going to need it, and that is the truth. We could get absolutely torn to shreds. Allegri's come out. He's Real manager. He's come out saying this is an easy game for him. So let's see, shall we? Let's see how easy it is. Cut to 4 minutes in. In fact, 4 minutes in, and Real Madrid absolutely dancing through. Haha, Pogba, nothing, mate. Move on. Throw in now, 9 minutes play. Mangala heads back to Dykes, back in the team from his first start or first appearance since his injury. So he's not fully up to scratch, if that is a term you use in football. Strandberg out to Dykes now, left side, crosses Dykes, and well, Lucas Hurler there, an unlucky moment as we, I mean, that's good to create a chance, isn't it? Isn't it? A few minutes later though, here we go, Ronaldo. You've heard of him. Plays it out to Isco. I thought we might have snatched that off, but no, the pass was like a laser. And he releases Gareth Bale through the middle, and Gareth Bale makes it 1-0. We survived 13 minutes. So, hands up who had 13 minutes. I didn't. I had 2, maybe 3 at a push. So, to go 6 times, that is pretty good. The ball from Ronaldo here releases Bale. And it shouldn't really be that easy with 3 centre-halves, but there you go. Navas will take this goal kick. Goes long towards Bale, who doesn't win it. That's the first thing we've won. Ooh, it's bad, Mangala. Well, it's not bad, it's just Real Madrid are very quick and capable of picking off our passes. Goal kick now, Dragowski. Right side to Vinheim, keeps it in play. Sends it down the right side to Shea Gomez. Can he cross? He can. Hurler's just over the crossbar. We've had chance. Well, we've had a chance. We've had a couple of sniffs, you might say. Isco crosses. Gareth Bale puts one over the crossbar. 6 points to Wigan there. Strandberg, Grujic, just 10 minutes ago, half time. So Bale's in again, of course, and straight at Dragowski. So he does well to stop that one. We've been okay. We can hold our heads high from this first half. Oh, no, maybe not now. Oh, well, good foot in there, lad. And we clear the ball out for a throw in. Real Madrid in charge. Let's be honest, they're in charge of this game, and here they come again. Carvajal to James, Pogba now, Ronaldo, Isco. Ooh, we cut out a Ronaldo pass. I mean, it might just pay off. Hurler, Shea Gomez, loose touch, but didn't really have anyone to find anyway. Vinheim, Grujic, Mangala now left side, opening up, didn't come that way though. Grujic with the strangest ball to Vinheim you will ever see, and that releases Gareth Bale, and Bale makes it 2-0 with 5 minutes more, or even more than that, to play until half time. A little bit odd that we tried to go down that right side. Grujic there trying to play it. I don't know, he must have just had his head down, and you know, we get caught quite high up the pitch. Maybe this high line is not a good idea against the quality of Real, but there you go. Corner ball, Vinheim. It's worse. It gets worse. It gets worse as Bale's in, and he's going to have a first half hat trick, and he has about 12 shots in one attack. And well, Djokovic. I mean, what's Djokovic got to do with anything? Dragowski saves nicely. 3 pumps up his save stats there. So we send the boys out. We've asked them to show us something different. We've not been aggressive with them though, because let's be honest, 2-0 against Real Madrid. Better teams than us will come here and lose by far more than this, although it is only half time. We've sent Ronaldo packing. He's got a potential groin injury. Hopefully that'll keep him out of the return leg. And let's make changes then, because we're getting a little bit tired. We're going to bring on Benaku. Dykes' first game back hasn't gone particularly amazingly. We're going to bring on Ryan Gould, who's been really good lately. We're trying to play Gould and Grujic in the centre when we can, just because Mangala's obviously not our player. So if we're going to improve a man, it may as well be someone we own. Seems a logical approach. Let's get Jezza on for Strandberg. Jezza's not had a well, Strandberg's not had a great game, and Jezza might just sneak us a goal. I think we're going to ask him to get creative. Not as much point as Bale stands over this. Will he get his hat-trick? Not far away with that free kick. Been a bit of a dull second half, which suits us. And Vinheim will just keep this in. Almost one of those where you wish he hadn't bothered. Mangala, Jezza, right side, Shea Gomez, weakest shot of his career. And Navas just collects it nicely, like he's picking up the milk on the doorstep. Corner ball to finish the game then. Bielik heads away. Vasquez's corner. Mayoral. Lucas Vasquez again on this right side. Crosses. Dragowski claims. And 2-0. Well done, boys. I think that's a great result. Although it's not in the book. It could be 3. No, Dragowski clears. And it is 2-0. That's decent enough. I'm quite, you know, I think they absolutely gave it our best. There's no shame in a 2-0 reverse at the Bernabeu. As I say, far better teams will go there and get that. We can be. Thank you, Allegri. That's, you know, yeah, it gave us a tough battle. We darn well did, Allegri. So, yeah. Anyway, next up, just a game or so away now. We've got Arabro to play in the league. That'll be for me, and Dortmund will be for you. So, I'll see you with the team news for that game in just a second. And here we go again. Dortmund this time. So, game 3, we are, to recap, in an okay position. The best thing for us at this point probably is that Kiev have lost both their games, and you'd expect them to lose to Real. So, you know, if it's just a playoff between ourselves and Kiev for that 3rd place spot, then so be it. But at this point, if we can get anything here at Dortmund, with 2 home games to come against Dortmund and then Real, then you never know. You just never know. We might be able to actually take points off both those sides. maybe. Although Dortmund have scored 10 without reply so far. So yeah, let's get this done, shall we? Yeah, there's the team. I'll run through it with you in just a second. So there we have then. Big man for Dortmund is Andre Silva. Mario Götze just behind, Julian Brandt's right side, Marco Reus left side. For ourselves, it's pretty much full strength. In fact, it is completely full strength at this point. So let's get out there and see if we can end that run. I think that's a good way of saying it. You know, they are 2 unbeaten. They are without conceding. Yeah, if we can do what we did in Madrid, but add a couple of goals to our repertoire, then we have a decent enough chance today. And fitness is on our side. Götze is already looking worse for wear. Needs a sub. Weigl, and we managed to... I thought we'd won that back, but we didn't. And well, Dykes comes crashing through and sends Lucas Hurler on his way. Crosses Jay Gomez, surely. And the first goal that Dortmund have conceded is scored by Jay Gomez. A lovely counter-attack. Unfortunately, it's 5 minutes in rather than 5 minutes from time, but it makes it 1-0. And at the moment, that puts us top of the group, ridiculous as it sounds. Jay Gomez, left-footed strike, seemed to slice across it, which was nice. Took it past Timo Horn in the Dortmund goal. 20 minutes or so played then. Brandt's throw-in finds Weigl to Schaub, Rudiaz, and we managed to steal in. Counter-attack will suit us down to the ground. Sound as a pound. Grujic, Mangala, nice ball through to Jay Gomez. Can he cross? He can. Lucas Hurler, surely. 2-0. We've been 2-0 up in Europe before, though, and ended up not quite making the most of it. We turned defence into attack beautifully. Mangala's ball there is exquisite, unlocks the defence. Lucas Hurler is off at the back stick. He's almost waiting. Puts a little bit too much power on the finish, if anything. Weigl keeps the ball in play. Down the line to Brandt. Inside now Götze. Rudiaz. Was he fouled? Well, I mean, we don't need to... It's all ifs and buts now, isn't it? So Jay Gomez won't be getting that one. Reus, left side. Inside and Götze now. But we just keep bringing it back, and not this time, maybe. No, not this time. Once too many. Oh, no, maybe not. Gökhan Gül steps in. Wonderfully done. Dragowski. That's a good ball. And Lucas Hurler. Mangala. Another defence-splitting pass. Not quite. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I'm not going to watch. I am watching, and I'm seeing it. Okay, so 2-1. Andre Silva with the goal. We pinpointed him as the danger man pre-game, and he got in between the 2 defenders here. Maybe a hint of offside, but I don't know what Dragowski's doing. He obviously wrong-footed. You know, get Götze off. Look at him. The man's dying on his arse. Well, we go back out for the second half then. 2-1. Nothing happened after Dortmund's pulling one back through Silva. We're halfway there, but there's a long way to go. This could easily be a bit of a disappointing defeat as Strandberg gets sandwiched between 2. I mean, surely together that was a foul. Both players coming through the sides, but not to be a Kanji. Weigl and Götze still on the pitch, surprisingly, because Hurler's on this left side. Left himself a little bit too much to do with a loose control. And Andre Silva, unfortunately, he is fresh, so he will probably finish the game with a hat-trick. As a back heel from Götze sends Andre Silva through, and he puts it over the crossbar. It's good interplay by Dortmund early in the second half. Obviously, they'd have had a rocket at the break. As Roy steps over this free kick, and didn't look that close. I'm not too sure why it was worth highlight worthy, but you can see that Dortmund have already made 2 changes. You'd have thought that Götze is going to be the have to make way, and he has done. So that's Dortmund's changes done. If an injury strikes, Strandberg should have scored. If injury strikes, they're going to be forced into playing with 10 men, which would help us a smidge. I think what we're going to do is we're going to take Strandberg off for Jezza. Fresh legs, fresh mind, fresh goals, hopefully. Throw in now for Dykes. Gives it to Mangala. Down the left side to Lucas Hurler. Can he cross? He can. Windheim had to be saved. Was a bit of a sitter. Anywhere other than there, perhaps. A little bit further into the corner right side would have meant the goalkeeper had no chance. Mangala steps in again and gives the ball to Jezza, who finds Lucas Hurler. Can he shoot? Oh, what a strike. A lasered effort just wide of that post. We're growing stronger as we head towards the last 15 or so minutes. But it only takes one goal. But even at this point, a draw is great. Even a narrow defeat, as Mangala has been an absolute man-mountain today. And Lucas Hurler, it takes a great save from Timo Horn. I thought he'd palmed it in anyway, but no, save wide of the post. We've bossed the game in terms of clear-cut chances, 5-0, but half chances, Dortmund 5-2. And they're dominating possession. We'll make a further change. We've got a couple of players walking with cards. The aforementioned Mangala. We're going to get Ryan Gould on, and we're going to take off Dykes for Benaku. I'm just concerned about dismissal at this point. You know, they've got play again. Look at Royce now, 61%. He'd be lucky to finish the game. And here's Benaku with a throw-in. Gould crossed in eventually, and Gould goes back to Benaku, left side. A little bit, if we lose it, we're in trouble, but nicely done. Gould crossed. Jay Gomez back stick. It's a complete mess, in fairness. It should have gone in. We hit the post in that melee. Ryan Gould. Oh, the tackle came in, but it missed, but it threw the pass out of kilter. And Andre Silva delivers one, and Vinheim's header is not convincing, and Royce is down this left side. I'm surprised he can still run, but he heads down, and Andre Silva heads it on to Sabitzer, who grabs the equaliser with 5 minutes to play. It's very frustrating given 6 clear-cut chances that we've had. We've absolutely given Dortmund a real torrid time. Vinheim's header there probably should be better. If you can't play it to a man, at least put it out of play. And we didn't pick up at the extra man at the far post, and suddenly Dortmund all over us as favourites now, I'd have thought. Last chances are into stoppage time. 3 minutes of said stoppage time. Benaku, Gould, oh dear, Sabitzer, oh well done Van Nielsen, and Jezza can bring it. Jay Gomez, the man, can he do it? No, Timo Horn is there again, and we've only got ourselves to blame for not finishing this game off. Another European adventure where we've led by multiple goals and failed to convert a winning opportunity into points. But at this point, yep, a draw is pretty good. Puts us on 4 points. Unlucky boys. It wasn't the only player we've seen interested in that was Jay Gomez, who indeed was man of the match. So a 2-2 draw in the end. We deserved, I think, more than that in all honesty. Yes, we didn't have the lion's share of play, but we had the better share of the chances created, and that's the important thing. So that's the wrap up of the first stage of this Champions League episodes, if you like. So the next episode will be exactly the same, except we'll be going back down the Champions League group games. We'll be doing Dortmund, Dynamo Kiev, and then wrapping up with Real Madrid. Hopefully at that point we'll be progressing through to knockout stages, whether that's Champions League or Europa, hopefully the former, but you never can tell. Do pop a like on there for me, and any comments much appreciated. Do subscribe as well if you've not already. Football Manager content comes with FM18 now, obviously, and FM19 coming very soon. I look forward to seeing you again on the next video. Take care and goodbye.